presentation on a topic known as political polarization. Now, I went to various AP government classes and went to speak to them about it, about what it does and the effect it has on not just the people, but on our views of how the country is doing. Now, for the views on the people that I found was that in March of 2006, about 1 in 3 Republicans not only believed there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, but also that we found them. This is a statistic I found by Patrick R. Miller. And in the same statistic, they found that over 40% of Americans interviewed believed that simply winning elections was more important than the policy or ideological goals to be pursued. Now, there was on the Democratic side, in May of 2007, a little over 1 in 3 Democrats believed that George W. Bush knew about 9/11 well before it happened, which is, in my opinion, and in many certified people's opinions, is just pretty crazy. And another statistic to be shown is that almost 40% of Americans interviewed agreed that their party should use any tactic necessary to win elections and issue debates. Now, this is a graph to show the effect that this has not on just the people, but on how we view the economy. Because if you'll take a look, at this point, from May of 2000 to September of 2007, we have a very large gap in how Republicans view the incumbent president doing versus how Democrats view the incumbent president doing, which I believe shows a lead that when the other party's president is in power, they don't want to say the economy is doing good or is doing better, just as the same as when the people in power don't want to say the economy is doing bad because it reflects badly on the party. These were all things I talked about to my audience, which was 10th and 11th graders, I'd say, taking Mr. Hicks' AP Gov class, and this is the presentation I have for it. Should I play it? Yeah. We're gonna just go off that for a second.
Now that all the is cleared up and I have all of you guys' attention, how many of you guys watch the news recently or kept up with current events in the United States? Now, if you notice, there's been very sharp divides as to calling people un-Republican or undemocratic. Have any of you guys noticed that at all? It happened in the primary elections for the Democrats with Jim Webb being basically taken out early because he was seen as too Republican for them.
As you can see with the proof that I did do the presentation, as Mr. Shinmore asked, we can now move on to the conclusion and what I learned. We can now move on to the conclusion and what I learned and what I did to help the people. What I did to focus on this issue was I decided that I needed to raise awareness in the community, because where this will start isn't at some big news organization or some big organization like the ACLU or something. It's going to start at a local level with people saying that we don't want to do this anymore. We don't want to have to deal with our politicians being more worried about following party lines rather than actually helping out the average American, like both Democrats and Republicans are doing. So I figured that the best way to start at a local level was to talk to the people who were taking charge, the people who took AP classes, the people who would take charge and be leaders. And I figured that they would be the best to spread this message of needing to take care of this and show them that we want them to vote for how we want them to be, not how their party wants them to be.